Welcome everybody to Friday Encouragement being brought to you on this beautiful Thursday. And that's because I want to tell you about an event that's going to happen on Friday, July 17th, this Friday night at 7 p.m. There's going to be a release of a movie. It is called The Red Sea Miracle Part 2. It is by filmmaker and Wooddaler Tim Mahoney. And I really hope that you will go online to patternsofevidence.com, and purchase your ticket and watch the second part of this very important documentary. If you missed the first part, you can watch that later on, but make sure you're online for part 2, because afterwards there's going to be a panel discussion featuring Eric Metaxas and several other scholars. It'll be hosted by Tim, and then he's asked me to join as well. And we're going to talk about the miracles of the Bible, in particular the miracle of the dividing of the Red Sea. As you're probably aware, there are some people who dismiss the supernatural miracles of the Bible, or they just simply say it's a result of natural phenomenon. Is that true or not? You might be thinking to yourself, well, I already believe that that's true. But how about your kids and your grandkids? How about your friends, those who are agnostics who wonder about those kinds of things? We can't just simply say the Bible said it, therefore I believe it. We want people to know that when the evidence is examined, it often does point to a supernatural act of God. Yeah, God can use natural means to accomplish His will, but there are times when God does supernatural things, and there's no other explanation except that God reaches in and does something very powerful. In Exodus chapter 14, God says that I'm going to allow the Pharaoh and his armies to pursue you. I'm going to bring you to a dead end. It seems hopeless, so that I can glorify myself and show you my strength, because Israel had a journey to go on beyond the Red Sea, and they needed to trust that God would be with them, and that God would guide them, and that God would provide and give them victories as they put their faith in Him. In fact, when you get to the end of chapter 14 there in Exodus, the people go from being scared and complaining, "Why did you lead us into a dead end, Moses? We want to go back to Egypt," to having great faith and confidence that they could go on with the journey. Well, you and I are on a journey as well. And sometimes it feels like we're backed into the corner by a virus or by politics or all kinds of issues that we see today, and we wonder where God is. And it's in those moments that God says, look at what I've done in history and trust me. I will bring the victory. And indeed, the greatest hope of victory is when Jesus died on the cross and gave His life for each one of us. The battle has already been won. And yeah, we may go through some trials and some difficulties here, but the Word of God says, even when we walk the valley of the shadow of death, we don't have to fear any evil. Why? Because Christ is not only with us, but Christ is the one who divided the water, so to speak. He divided sin. He divided all the chaos and created a clear path into the very presence of God. This story, the Exodus, is still so relevant for us today. You know, there's coming a day when Christ is going to return again and establish His kingdom on earth. And all the Bible points to that, and all the miracles of the Bible point to that as well. So you don't want to miss this documentary. I know it's going to encourage your faith. It's going to help you be able to talk about these events with your friends, especially those who are unbelievers, or with your kids who are being inundated with a materialistic view of life. It's going to help you talk to them in reasonable and scientific and godly ways. So I hope to see you Friday night. Remember, patternsofevidence.com. Get your tickets, 7 p.m. Central Time. Stay on afterwards for the panel discussion. Look forward to seeing you guys, and have a great day. This is indeed a beautiful day, and every day is when we realize that Christ is with us. See you later.